Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat. Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to Ball Chat Podcast, the show where we review some of the week's major news in the world of football. A weekly football recap show. My name is Benton, along with the family, George. How you doing, family?
I'm good enough. I just feel like I'm going around in circles.
Well, don't drop off. Yo! Atlanta United eliminated that team, so we waste no time. The ATL scarf is up. Inter Miami officially out. Inter Miami and Messi officially out of the MLS playoff with all the twerking and all the accommodations made by MLS and the other teams, so Inter Miami can get this far. And even FIFA president Gianni Infantino attended the regular season game to hand out Idiot Award. Atlanta United said, "Move up, move up." So I am on cloud nine. Atlanta United might not win another game, but I am on cloud nine, family. But how was the week otherwise, family?
Well, it's good enough. It's good. Well, all things considered. It's good. I mean, we're not going into the politics, but you don't know it already.
yeah. Them things. I just one of them things. Them things is we just have to cut and go through no matter what. No matter what.
It's hard thing.
No matter what. Politics and politics. We have to cut and go through no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah,
but you know, today though, we're starting off a new venture, a new partnership that is a long time forwarding or a long time coming, right? I am Jamaica family. We know the show is now being sponsored by I Am Jamaica. And Benton, you and everybody else might say, what is I Am Jamaica, right? It's a group, it's a group of our fellow Jamaicans that are coming together to support a unified Jamaica. That we stand for.
All right. See there. Up. Big up. Welcome to I Am Jamaica, the family. Welcome to Ball Chat family and all the I Am Jamaica members and listeners and hosts and organizers of the ownership platform over at I Am Jamaica. I 100% endorse the mission. Ball Chat, we 100% endorse the mission and ultimately looking for a fruitful and beneficial relationship because, we have embarked on quite a few relationships in this Ball Chat space and media space and football roundup space. Flow Sports, big up yourself.
You really called him.
Atlanta United, come like something in our water, brother. But welcome to I Am Jamaica. Welcome to the family. Big up as we work to embark and improve Jamaica. And who don't want a more united Jamaica?
Yep, definitely. And especially
other than the bleacher.
No, the bleacher want a united Jamaica because the bleacher need united Jamaica Christmas.
All right, see it there. I stand corrected. All right, now for the football news, family. Let's get into the meat of the matter. Liverpool is at the summit in the EPL. Liverpool is front and center. Liverpool fans, come on down. Recap the weekend that was in English Premier League. We're going to highlight Liverpool, Junior, because Liverpool is that good, that impressive. Champions League, EPL, they took on Aston Villa and dismissed them. Just say, yo, move. Come out that way. Move. Well,
definitely. And they just seem to just keep going. And Darwin Núñez seemed to have found new life.
Yes.
Now the goal that he scored, it wasn't a great striker goal, but if there's ever a striker that deserves a goal, over the last couple of weeks is definitely Darwin Núñez. You have spoke about at length about how well he has played, and I have joked that he's facilitating for other players, but he's not scoring. And now he scored. So big up Darwin Núñez, and definitely ball of the week to Liverpool, because they have come and they have contact, and they can only play who's in front of them.
Yeah, front and center. So we recap the weekend that was in EPL action. We'll discuss Champions League. We'll take a look at the landscape of things in Champions League. Look at some of the results, some of the more important results, as Real Madrid pick up a three-piece meal from Milan at the Bernabeu. Wow. Barcelona just probably got them belly drop out, aka pick up a defeat against Real Sociedad. The game just concluded. I think it was venturing towards the end. Barcelona was down 1-0. We'll discuss that and other La Liga score. We'll then take a look at MLS playoff, because we can't go around it. It's not a lot of time we spend discussing MLS football. We'll discuss MLS playoff and Atlanta United impressive performance, 3-game series against Inter Miami, and other MLS results. We'll discuss Jamaican football, Yard Ballers report. We'll highlight the Jamaican national team squad, men's national team squad, as the team get ready to play USA, Mauricio Pochettino's USA in CONCACAF quarterfinal game coming up this Thursday. Ballshot, of course, will do a watch along. Isaac Hayden Jr., new reggae boy, come forward. How would them find them? As we turn around, last period, it was what? What the defender name now is Isaac Hayden. Steve McLaren forward, and the man them just come out of the woodworks, just like, whoa.
So it was Mason Holgate at first, and now it's
Mason
Isaac
Holgate
Hayden.
was the last one, yeah. And now Isaac Hayden. Who next?
Yep.
Who next are forward after this?
Mason Greenwood.
Okay. So we'll discuss Jamaican football in our Jamaican football report. And other Jamaican football news in our football report. And, football family, always big up to the family. We're always excited to discuss and interact with the family. So if you have comments or questions, if you have ballers and bugs, send them on and highlight the reason why. That's the way the show is going to work today. Ballers, impressive players, and bugs, unimpressive players. But we start off with EPL action in the marquee matchup in the EPL, this weekend's EPL action. Junior, Chelsea versus Arsenal was probably, the marquee matchup. It was definitely in prime time TV slot. So we want to work with that one as the marquee matchup. Game ended 1-1. Goals from Pedro Neto and Gabriel Martinelli. Junior, I think Arsenal and Arsenal fan base should be ecstatic to see Martin Odegaard back trying to pull in the strings for them. But not the result for Arsenal family.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And I'm kind of conflicted, because when we talk about the Premier League right now, and it's Liverpool running away with it, but we still have to keep in mind that it's still early. We're not even halfway through the season as yet, right? And looking at how Chelsea has been playing over the last couple of weeks, having a draw against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is not that bad of a result. It really isn't. So yes, you're right. Getting their baller back is definitely key in Arsenal, but they also have some question marks that need to be answered. Some question marks that were there coming into the season, and those question marks still present itself, and even more, because I have one question mark that's coming really soon.
I guess my ultimate thing and my ultimate reasoning for Arsenal for saying it's not the result Arsenal wanted. Chelsea is in a rebuild phase. We can accept that Chelsea is not necessarily. It's nowhere close to what Chelsea was. So Chelsea is not considered, in my opinion, a legitimate team in terms of title contender. Arsenal is very much such a team. And with that in mind, if you look at Arsenal's run of form coming into this game, 1-0 against Newcastle, 2-2 against Liverpool, 2-0 defeat to Bournemouth. I mean, if you try win Premier League title, Arsenal Football Club cannot have that run of form. You know, we'll talk about Man City's crisis in a few minutes. But for Arsenal, I think, you know, they needed this 3 points to kind of get back on track and get right.
Definitely, yeah. But then they will also have other needed games that are coming up, right? And eventually it will run out. Because we said it last week, this is a must-win game for Arsenal. Going into the international break, players are about to leave. You're about to have the fans that sit down now and stew on this and where you are and the feeling, the sentiment around the team. It could have been so much different if they had found a way to win this game today. But instead, for the next 2 weeks, all they're going to hear is Arsenal being Arsenal, Arsenal failing again. So from that perspective, yes, 100%, it could have been better. But when you sit down and look at it, like I said, in the grand scheme of things, you have more games to play. And everybody go through ups and downs. When you look back at it at the end of the season, though, you look back and say, okay, you had this run of games that was negative, but then look at the positive games that come right after it, right? Mm-hmm. You now have to find a way to turn it back onto the positive and then accelerate. And that is where I think the rubber is meeting the road for Arsenal and for Arteta. Can they find that run of form?
Yeah, and so, you know, the thing is that the most glaring issue for me with Arsenal is the... All right, defensively they have improved. So we can't give Arsenal that aspect of growth. But there's one fundamental critical part that we keep circling back with Arsenal for the last 3 years. And big up Sean. Sean brought it, brethren, we need a striker. We need a striker. We need a goal scorer. And Arsenal went out and signed Calafiori, a left back. They went out and signed Raheem Sterling on loan. In fact, big up yourself, Raheem Sterling, wherever you're there in that world, because you definitely weren't on the bench today. And granted, he wasn't because of his parent club being Chelsea. Now, Arsenal signed Mikel Moreno from somewhere in Spain, I think Real Sociedad. But still, Junior, the fundamental problems that we attribute to winning titles, scoring goals, down in the stretch in this football game, Arsenal couldn't find a goal. There was a ball across the goal at the death where Trossard and Kai Havertz were both in position to convert, and nothing happened. Trossard missed the goal, and here we are with Arsenal still circling back with the same issue 3 years in. Need a striker, brother.
And it's weird. It's one of those weird things to me, because I agree and 100%. And we saw everybody equates Arteta to trying to mimic Pep and be like Pep, right? And we saw Man City go through the same struggles on a different level as Arsenal is going through right now. Everybody looked at Arsenal, at Man City, and said, if they get a striker, they will be deadly. And they went out and got Erling Haaland, right? Now, I don't know what Ivan Toney is doing right now over at Saudi, but it was just the obvious signing, like go sign Ivan Toney. He is available. Why you didn't sign Ivan Toney? You're a striker away from really challenging for the English Premier League title in Arsenal, and you don't sign one. Everybody knows that you have everything. The best defense, the best, not best, but a very good holding midfield pivot in Rice and Partey. You have Martinelli, Odegaard, and you have Saka, who coming in was one of the best young players in the world. You just need a striker. And you don't sign the striker is baffling. It's baffling.
Arteta says performances will be back up by points. Okay, Arteta. David Reyes says we deserve the win at Chelsea. I don't know what this brother talk about deserve the win at Chelsea, but for Arsenal, 4 games without a win run continue this fears of Arsenal struggles. Now to Chelsea, Arsenal enters the international break with such form, Junior. Probably perfect time to go sit down and try to figure out what going on.
True, but then you might have some people that will come out and say the best way to fix it is to play it. And the worst thing that can happen is sitting over 2 weeks.
Yeah, but then I win a ball game, so why keep playing?
Well, true, but then it depends on your perspective or your belief. Because I've heard that from the other angle saying, you sit down and don't play, you run the risk of this festering or whatever this is, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, big up to our listeners online. Welcome to Ball Chat. We're doing our football roundup of the EPL. If you have ballers and bugs, so you have no ballers for Arsenal in this football game, and you want to highlight? Because I couldn't find any.
Right, and I don't have any either because, and this is the reason why. It was a good football game. It was a very good football game, but this game was crying for somebody to step up from Arsenal and take the game at the scruff of the neck.
Yeah.
And show your intention, show what you want to do, right? And I believe the next question mark right now is around Saka. When are we going to start questioning Saka? People are so willing to question Garnacho, Rashford, all of these wingers out there. When are we going to start taking Saka to task?
All right.
Because
all right, I'll take on that one.
Okay.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Bako Saka. Or Buko Saka. That's the correct pronunciation, right?
Bukayo Saka.
What? Bukayo. Yeah, Saka. Yo. 23 years old. Right? Is that his age? Yeah, 23. Listen, I think that Arsenal hinges too much on Saka. It's too dependent on a player who, if you're trying to win Premier League title in the context that you're competing with a Liverpool or you're competing with Man City, you cannot just park and hit your wagon to a young baller, inexperienced baller without. Saka is not Messi. Saka is giving you the best version of himself. He's not a transformational sort of baller which is gonna take an Arsenal club to a title winning sort of level. Now he will give you outstanding performances in games, but you need other players to definitely come to the party, because ultimately once teams start to double team Saka and start shift over one of those holding midfielders over to Saka's right wing, then it gets a bit more complicated. Who is gonna be able to pull off that extra defender of Saka? And so for me, I am not seeing anyone in Arsenal outfit that is doing that. So definitely, if you're playing Arsenal, I am gonna definitely say let's make sure Saka does not go off.
Yes. Okay. So then, what is the counter as for Arteta then? Because I would have to then say, okay, Saka, you're not the first name on the team sheet anymore. We have to have some rotation here. Rotation is needed, Benton.
All right. Well, fine. You can rotate him, but then if you rotate him, Junior, then do you get better by rotating Saka?
You never know. You never know. And big up Fabi. Big up Fabi Frano says slot machine is spinning. Big up Aisha saying the Reggae Boys squad is hourless bottle shape. Oh, is hourglass bottle shape. Aisha, I need some reference for that. I need some understanding for that one. BM says ballers of the week is Manchester United. He also said bugs of the week. The Reggae Boys coaching staff were picking washed up Isaac Hayden. If Isaac Hayden is washed up, how are we asking for Ravel Morrison? Well, what's so that?
Well, you can't always say Ravel wash up to Junior. You can say both things can be true. But we'll get to the Reggae Boys. We can continue to run through with this EPL thing. And BM, that's the question for you regarding Ravel and Junior's question. But that is my position on Saka. Your take on Saka?
My take on Saka is that there's too much. He cannot. He's a good player, right? But as we have seen with so many young players in the world right now, they have high highs, but consistency is the big equalizer. And when consistency kicks in, how do you the young player how does the lack of consistency affects you, right? And we've seen so many players right now that kind of fall off a little bit. And I think Saka is in this form of purgatory where he's not being challenged. Say Fabi says Saka is not Salah. Thank you, Fabi.
Well, yeah, he's
I
not,
never do
that. I mean,
but
yeah, he's definitely not. I mean, and I'm not trying to, it's blasphemous to do this. It's absolutely blasphemous to do this. But I'm going to do it anyway. Saka does not have a Luis Diaz type player on the left wing to pull off defenders off of him. I mean, who's the Arsenal type player on the left wing?
All right, Benton.
All right,
now. Be honest, Benton.
Go ahead.
And everybody in the chat, be honest, because I have Jamaica family. Fabi Frano, BM, Ija, people in the chat. I need to hear from you as well.
And before you crucify me for making such comment, I want to be very clear that I'm only making the statement out of devil's advocate, playing devil's advocate.
Okay. All right.
I'm not equating Saka anywhere to Salah's level.
Okay.
That I want to make abundantly clear.
All right, so let me pull
Go
back
ahead.
at gas a little bit because I was going to flame you a while ago, but all right. So when you look at Arsenal's lineup, if I give you Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka, put in the chat who is the number one player you have to hone in on. And you tell me, Benton, who are you honing in on? If I give you that three, Martinelli, Odegaard, and Saka.
What position am I looking for?
No, you cannot approach a game and say I'm with the balance and not attack our defender. What you have to hone in your defense on somebody. You have to stop somebody. When Atlanta United play against Miami, they honed in on Messi. When anybody play against Chelsea, they honed in on Cole Palmer. Who are you honing in on at Arsenal? Who are you going to focus your defense on and make sure this player don't get off?
I mean, ultimately, you're going to first focus on Martin Odegaard.
So how the hell Saka don't have space?
Well, Martin Odegaard was missing for about, 15 games?
Okay, so today...
And he returned what? How many games he missed?
Who cares how many games he missed?
So then, if Odegaard is missing, then who else do you zone in on, sir?
Martinelli. I am honing in on Martin.
The one just said that with a straight face.
Oh, so you going to tell me Saka is better, is more dangerous than Martinelli?
I think if we look at the production numbers, and here am I going off on maybe just speaking from no, let's look at the numbers. There's no way Martinelli is ahead of Saka in this football team. Oh, Mr. Kick and run it down and run now all. You know, Fabi Frana says it's funny how they always put in Arsenal before Liverpool. Arsenal has 2 good seasons and immediately. Nobody now put the Arsenal in the first than the Liverpool. Nobody know that foolishness.
No,
Except Arsenal fans.
And me, because I would have had Arsenal ahead of Liverpool this year.
What?
Look at coming in this year. At the start of the year, Arsenal should be ahead of Liverpool. Should be. Liverpool have a new coach, aging defenders, a leader of the team that is uncertain of his position in Salah, and they have a striker that is misfiring. But still, Arsenal is a team that is struggling. When are we going to put Saka to task and also Arteta? Questions need to be asked.
All right, yeah, question need to be asked. We'll pivot back to Chelsea. Just running through the stats here. 3 goals so far for both Martinelli and Saka this year. 16, 14, 11 goals for Saka from 2021, 2022, 2023 season. Unless goals are not important in this discussion. As for Gabriel Martinelli, of course, 3 goals so far this year. 6 goals last year, 15 in 2022-23, and 6 goals. Yo, all right. It's not even a comparison.
Okay. I think my last take on this Saka thing is that I think the was it for England when he missed the penalty?
Yes,
it was England, right?
Yes.
Ever since he missed that penalty, I get a sense like people have eased off on him, and there's a hesitation to really attacking Saka the way they attack other players. I just get that vibe.
What kind of hesitation? People have people burn fire upon anybody.
Well, Saka seems to be dodging it. We'll see.
As for Chelsea, hey, you know what? I will be on record and say it. I don't have lofty expectations for Chelsea. I am simply just saying that every game, the improvement, they're heading in the right direction. First season, Maresca seems to be the right man for the right moment for this club. They fix up FC Noah's on the Ark 8-0 in the middle of the week, and today they fought back and secure a point against Arsenal. I mean, maybe they could have won the game. I don't know.
I'm big up to Geraldo. Geraldo says that Arsenal will win this league this season. Fabi says, but Junior, Liverpool has maintained the same team that was top of the league for some time last season. Most of the team has seen a trophy already. Some have seen trophies in which Arsenal players nah. Geraldo says, guys, the season is young. A healthy Arsenal is back after the international break. Pool just farm side. Now, top 3 finish for them. City still favorite. Geraldo says the skipper is back. And Fabi says, when we're going to talk about Saka's injury concerns when it comes to international games, it's questionable now. Yes.
Yeah, it did. And so, Junior, also you want to highlight, so that would elevate Saka another level because of these injury issues, which is no fault of his own.
Yeah, so all right, so okay, so I will table my concerns for Saka then until later. But for Chelsea though, you said earlier that that to paraphrase, you said earlier that you don't really see them as a title contender. Chelsea's top 3 right now in the league, and like Geraldo said, it's still early, right? It's still early. Nottingham Forest have proven to us that it is still early because Newcastle went there and tear everything out of them system and said, trap doors open, now you're going to fall back, right? I am going to tell you this, Benton. Chelsea is a true title contender. Chelsea is built to really compete for the title. They are going to go through their rough patch as well. But if it's one thing we can know or we can say is Maresca is not going to let the rough patch come without him trying to stop it. We see what happened with Reece James. He's coming off of injuries. We see what happened with Enzo. Enzo started as a captain, What are we going to talk about? The captaincy of Chelsea is
Junior,
like
you've
a
been trying to
revolving
bring
door.
this up for the last few weeks.
No,
But
but
nobody
look
not
at it.
paying no mind.
Well, Junior was right on many things, and Junior is about to be right now.
Okay, well,
Maresca
a little
played,
bit self-absorbed there.
and it is
Go
what
ahead,
it is.
go ahead, family.
Let the boss talk.
Go ahead.
The boss knows what's going on. Listen, Maresca is ruthless, and he has the players understanding that yes, he is ruthless, but yes, you will still have a chance to come back and play. We see him ask Enzo and say Enzo is not a part of the plans. And Enzo is now back in and came into the off the bench when needed, right? Reece James started as captain. He's not captain anymore. Enzo is not captain. Now it's the Calcedo. We're in the captain's armband. What that signal to me is that that Maresca is saying nobody is above approach. Everybody you have to maintain your spot. And it's working because Chelsea's squad is 21, 22 players of young, hungry footballers. That is one of the benefits of having such a big squad. You don't have any fillers on that squad. Sancho came there and was hounded and shown love. Baller of the week got to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto come there now and say, wait, oh, you love Sancho? But me there here now, me hold on to this left wing. And I guarantee when Sancho gets his chance, he's going to try to hold on to the left wing. That is how teams win. And I can see Chelsea really riding this wave.
Okay, all right, you had your moment. Pedro Neto scored a beautiful goal today. Very good goal today. You had your moment. But football family, let's do a simple poll. How many people in the chat take off in the team's bias hat? Do you consider Chelsea in the current form a legitimate EPL title contender? Drop it, yes or no. They are, yes. Because Chelsea is not a legitimate title contender. Fabi Frana says, no, Benton, this man seems injured when it's international. As the club starts, he's fit. Yo, you know, it's funny enough, somebody said the same thing regarding Real Madrid players. Who said it that Real Madrid players break come up on every man injured now?
Henry hinted at it for sure. Yeah. But big up Dadal they highlighted in our chat too.
Yeah, but big up to Eddie Militao who is out pick up an ACL injury. Good luck, you. Good luck.
And Fabi says Sancho is injured. That's not the reason why he's not. Yeah, obviously he couldn't play today. But Pedro Neto came in and took that left wing spot when Sancho was playing.
Play today. But we don't know if Sancho was 100% if he could take it.
He wouldn't be playing over Neto right now.
I mean, we don't know. Maresca likes Sancho.
He also like Enzo. He also like Enzo and running by the bench.
I could go over the big side. The EPL leading team, Liverpool. Yeah, EPL leading team.
Big up all better. Dalton said we're not seeing ballers them. No, we don't see a ballers them, Dalton. Put it again. Go ahead, Benton.
All right, let's go to the EPL leading team. Fabi Frana said the slot machine and work. Let's see how much money we can get out of the slot machine. Let's see. Hopefully, not run out empty in the winter. But Liverpool is absolutely impressive. Impressive this week in Champions League, sitting on top in both the Champions League and the English Premier League. Junior, I mean, slot, just go on with that thing over the corner. Is it premature to kind of really kind of say, boy, this is too good to be true?
No. I see ESPN FC is highlighting, now we kind of watch all of them, and they're highlighting some tactical changes and talking about noticing things that Slot is doing. Because it's something about this Liverpool squad, and I don't think Slot is any genius. I think this is more on the players. I think this is more on the culture that Slot has inherited, and he has shown people how to just, You get the keys to a Ferrari, you don't drive it like it's a Camry. You respect the Ferrari. And you got the keys from a big time coach, and you come in and say, yo, I ain't changing crap. Right? Now, sometimes you need to change the oil, sometimes you need to maintain the air pressure in the tires. We sit on our highlight like Virgil is going downhill, right? I think the onus is on the Liverpool brass to support Slot in this Christmas break, because he has proven that he can take Liverpool and maintain what they have had before. I don't know how FFP works with the Christmas transfers. I don't know what Liverpool's situation is, but they can use another defender. They can use another number 6, and then they can run away with the league.
Well, all right. I hear you, but you don't necessarily need to go out and move players. You know, I don't always.
I didn't say move.
Why try to upset the group, right?
Yeah.
You know, for me, the group is working perfectly fine. And ultimately what we see is that Endo is starting to get more minutes now. It's not a bag of minutes, but at least there's this recognition that we have another player who can slide into the hole in midfield, and you know, let's get him into the ball game. And that would be probably the only position, but you know, Curtis Jones healthy, playing football, Abraham Kanate healthy. We thought that he was injured, but then he said he was fine and he played. I mean, there are so many things, and the rotation. Like Snobberslide was on the bench at the start of this football game, and we saw with the previous manager, week in and week out, Snobberslide playing pretty much when he's available, right? So, I mean, Slot is managing the people and managing the personnel and the personnels, and that's, as a manager, is one of the best things you can do. That's how you facilitate a successful outcome. Yeah. You manage a situation. So, you know, tactically is one thing, but most of these managers at these top levels are usually tacticians, except Eric Ten Hag. You know, it's just, it's just, you know. All right, Dalton Stewart says, Ballers, Liverpool, Fulham, especially Harry Wilson, Brighton, and Bonishaw with a hat-trick of goals. Brighton, of course, we get to Man City and Brighton in a few minutes here. And Pep's quote. Fabi says, currently Neto is the favorable options. He also says, any player going to be in the winter is one that can start immediately. Any player Liverpool going to be in the winter is one
that's a strong statement, though. That's a strong statement.
If we can't find that in the winter, then there will be no transfer.
That's a strong statement.
Yeah. And so where do you go for a player? What position do you need who can start immediately?
Striker.
What? Another striker?
Yeah.
Why?
Another striker. So do you consider Jota to be a true striker?
Well, if Pep Guardiola can use Phil Foden in a 9 and score a bag of goals and win the Premier League, why can't Slot use Jota and score a bag of goals and win the Premier League with support from Nunes and the wings? Because
Jota's injury history tell you that he won't last.
Yeah, but you're getting goals from the wings.
Yeah, but you don't think they would need another 9. So you don't think Liverpool need another? I think Liverpool need another.
And you have Cody Gakpo who can come off the bench?
9. I'm not talking about supplemental pieces.
No, that's an investment I would make. If I'm Liverpool, the only place I would beef up right now if I'm Liverpool is have a bit of protection, maybe in centre back. That's the only place I would beef up, because Virgil van Dijk is all. Ibrahim Kanate is doing a lot of running. And when the real Gideon starts in the winter, I would probably say, okay, centre back, I could probably use someone else. And left back, I would probably say left back with Robertson and Tsimikas. I don't trust Tsimikas too much. But I would shore up those positions. And then third option, just have
Trent?
another midfielder.
I think Trent is fine.
No, I think Trent is fine, and I'm confident in Bradley as a backup. I think Bradley is a competent backup, and sometime will start when Trent starts the foolishness. What I worry about Robertson and Tsimikas is that Robertson is old, and I don't know if I value Tsimikas as a high level when the real Gideon start against big teams to start him. So say if Robertson is injured, Tsimikas goes off, enters that ball game, the level of supply that you will get from a Robertson is no decline under Tsimikas playing that position. So those I wouldn't spend any money in a striker position if I'm Liverpool. Run through some of my comments for the family, master.
Fabi says that we will go in for Marmoush from the Bundesliga because of Jota's injuries. BM says this player probably gets the most ballers on the show. Baller of the week is a great Bonisha, a machine for City. Fabi says we need a left side centre back who can play left back. Likewise, true. He also says Tsimikas is having a really good season. He also said that if he believes this is Trent's final season, I would have a problem either.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll see. We'll see. Heraldo says Gunners away games so far: Villa, Spurs, City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Pool. February and May results will decide them season.
Yeah, fair enough. Junior, looking over on the other team in this contest, Aston Villa. Yes, they end up losing the game 2-0. Junior, Aston Villa, your assessment of Aston Villa in this football game and Aston Villa so far at the international break?
In the ball game, we saw a team that will beat most Premier League teams on their day in Aston Villa, playing against a better opponent in Liverpool. Liverpool, I want to hold this again because, for one, Liverpool was just deadly on the counter-attack. And we can arguably say that the goal that Nunes scored came off a Villa corner. And one would say there's some form of luck there. Another would say, my boy, they should have done something better running back because he's faster. But Liverpool just showed that they are a better project than Villa. I really... it's one of those games we'll watch if I'm as a Villa fan, and I'll be like, all right, we'll lose to a better team, move on to next week. We're not planning for win the Premier League anyway. We'll lose to the possible Premier League champions.
Some attitude, huh? We're not planning to win the Premier League anyway.
It's a rough thing because most of us support Premier League contending teams on their day, right? But Villa knows. I think the Aston Villa knows they were going to go up against it. Liverpool is a juggernaut, brother, and they are flying high. But
brother, you don't play a jersey. Yeah, it's 11 men against 11 men. You lace up your boots and go there. You don't play a jersey. You don't frost about Liverpool jersey.
It's easy for you to say that now. But if I was on the other side and I look over and I see Salah, and I know Salah is pissed off because he doesn't have a contract and he's trying to play his heart out. I said Darwin Nunes, who every time he runs, he wants to prove to his coach that his coach is an idiot. And Darwin is saying I should have been playing from start. Luis Diaz, I maintain is still better than Vinicius Jr. And now we're going to look at him now and say, okay, I'm not playing jersey. It's man versus man. Come, my defender, let us try to stop this juggernaut. No. And the counter-attack goal was everything. That they were just better on the day. And that, to me, Villa, did you look at the Villa game and said this player didn't have a great game? I never couldn't pick out a player that I said, if you had played a better game, this game could have been different. I don't see a player on Aston Villa that I could say that about. None.
Aston Villa's last victory in the EPL came against Fulham on October 19. So at the international break, bad run of form for Aston Villa. Last week they picked up a four-piece meal from Spurs. So much needed international break for Aston Villa. Much needed international break. Continuing our EPL results, family. I think the most glaring or most impressive thing about this weekend is Brighton's 2-1 victory. A come from behind 2-1 victory over Man City. Goals from João Pedro and Matt O'Reilly. I do like this João Pedro. Sometimes him get a little bit extra with the foolishness, but I do like João Pedro. Erling Haaland with the goal from Man City. Man City's what is this? First 4 games losing streak in all competition within 90 minutes. For Pep Guardiola, he did lose 4 games at Bayern Munich, and one of those defeats were in a penalty shootout. But this is in 90 minutes regular football game. Junior, I guess I'm saying first time for everything. Pep Guardiola said maybe this time somebody else is going to win the Premier League.
Yeah, I like what he's saying. I like what he said, because the way how I read into it, and I'm going to be a Pep whisperer right now. The way I read into that comment from Pep is, he's unbothered. He's really unbothered by where they are. Now, is it real, or is it that he's trying to give his team a sense of like comfort or calm? We will see, right? But questions need to be asked now. We say Man City went through a period of dominance, and the players that they depended on to be dominant, they can't depend on them anymore for various reasons. Gundogan old. Kevin De Bruyne can't stay healthy. So that next phase of players that should be coming in, that bridge, Rodri, the Ballon d'Or winner, he's proving why he won the Ballon d'Or, because Man City is just a complete shell of themselves right now. And we can argue that it's because of Rodri's injuries as a very key factor. So Pep might be buying time and probably hoping that his magic can work some more on these young players, young in terms of not having to foot this responsibility. But look, we've got to talk about Jack Grealish, because he should be the next. He should have been the one that is ready to take Man City to the next level, or maintain Man City's level. And I think he exemplifies what is going wrong at Man City. You have some players that are there right now that just, it's like them feel like they are the Man City of old without proving it. And I think that's their problem.
Pep says, I will reflect in these 10 days, clear our heads, players come back fit. This is a target. When the players come back, I'd like to play the level of the first half. Today was a really good first half. 70 minutes was really good. I know how we're playing. I won't convince you the level we're playing is really good in certain moments, but we're not able to continue for a long time. Essentially, he's saying that they're not essentially maintaining that high level of play. There was some statistics out there, and we don't really need to get too analytical. I mean, clearly they're conceding more goals and they're not scoring as many as they used to. And so the conceding more goals, do you just put that solely on the fact that Rodri is missing defensively? They don't have that protection, or you put highly on the fact that this, we see Kyle Walker getting caught out a few times. And then on the offensive side, what do you attribute the lack of goals not at the level that they have been so far? I mean, I know Kevin De Bruyne had just returned, but you've had players like Gundogan, like you mentioned. You have Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva. that team doesn't strike me as a team that should be. Granted, everybody go through bad patches. As a team that should be really struggling to score goals, are falling off the way they have with Erling Haaland, such lethal force at the front end.
I don't know how to feel, but to me, me personally, I believe that Man City's problem is not one R. I think Man City's problem is a total. They have a total team problem. When Man City is dominant and really dominant, it's just a complete game. But we have always seen Man City getting exposed. It's just happened that they have the quality of players that can paper over those cracks. We've always seen moments where Kyle Walker have to sprint back and use him superhuman speed and save Man City. We've always seen Kevin De Bruyne have to pull something, a rabbit out of the hat. We've always seen Bernardo Silva having to pull a rabbit out of the hat. Foden, right? No, I think one problem, and I think all their problems are related. They can't score goals because teams are not afraid of them anymore. They can't stop goals from scoring because teams are not afraid of them anymore. What we saw happen with Sporting, where Sporting just say, oh, we're going to run at you. Before, you would never think of somebody saying, I am going to run at Man City. Brighton, we're running at you. Last week, who was that last week? That Wolves. I wouldn't play last week. Wolves?
Bournemouth.
Run at them. Run at them, directly at them. You never saw that from a Pep team. Remember, Pep team killed you by 100 passes. Teams are not afraid of that
100 side passes these days.
Yeah, because they're not as lethal going forward. And this is where, and look, Pep has cemented himself as the best coach of this current football generation. This current iteration of football, Pep Guardiola is the best coach. But everybody has weaknesses. And one of Pep's weaknesses has always been his type of football is too strict. It's either it work or it don't work. It has worked all his career, but except for at Bayern, it never worked for a period of time. And now it looks like what's happening at City is the exact same thing that happened at Bayern. It's the same thing. You just don't have the players that have the discipline to run your system. That's the problem.
Yeah, I get what he's saying, but at the end of the day, injuries do happen, and yes, they have a mountain of injured players. But I think fundamentally, if there's any team in the English Premier League with the depth that they have, can really kind of navigate the injury bug, is Man City. I mean, Man City is a deep team. Now, granted, it's also, people say, okay, it's deep, old, but it's also an experience. Deep and a very experienced football team. Some of these issues that you see happening, some of these goals that they're giving up against, last week against Bournemouth, this week against Brighton, you say, yeah, brother, what kind of foolishness is this? For an experienced football team and won as many championship or trophies that they have won, you think, say, brother, some of these high line and these exposures that they've run themselves into. And then the decision making sometimes in the final third is just absolutely abysmal. Savinho is guilty of this. A couple times yesterday, Savinho had an opportunity to lay in on his teammate, and Savinho decided to say, yo, me I gotta do me one thing and try find a goal. And I think that is also part of the stew or part of the recipe. You know, and maybe this is why Pep is reluctant to probably play his wingers, because his true wingers, Deco and Savinho, the decision making sometimes have not been the best thing. So then he opts for these midfielders as wingers, which has worked, but apparently it's not working now because defenders are saying, look, you can't go around me. We're not allowing you the space to go around me. And this little tall brother is not very mobile in terms of cutting in space, so he will not essentially get a supply from you. But I know the narrative. Well, not narrative. I know that statistically, Man City is still favored to probably win the Premier League. Well, maybe not statistically. They're still favored to win the Premier League because we've seen it before. Well, we've seen them in bad patches, but not to the level of this, right? And let's see, because again, Gundogan now played no ball, absolutely no ball. This is the Barcelona version of Gundogan that they have gotten back, and so Man City, they're depending heavily on a time for Matheus Nunes comes to the party. I think Mateo Kovacic. I can't expect a Mateo Kovacic to play so many minutes when he was brought in as a backup. So I don't feel sorry for them. Good luck. Good luck. Even though I went off on a tangent regarding all of that.
I agree.
Just final thoughts on the EPL. The results, we could just run through them. Manchester United 3-0 over Leicester City. Ruud van Nistelrooy, two victories and a tie in its three matches. Junior, I mean, come on. Why couldn't Ten Hag do this with Man United?
We've seen it before. We move. Let's see what happened on Aruben in 2 weeks.
Newcastle 3-1 over Nottingham Forest. At some point, Nottingham Forest wing would have gotten clipped. Big up to Newcastle, rounding into form. Eddie Howe and company. Big up. Ipswich monumental victory over Spurs at Spurs. Junior, I don't even know what to make of this one.
I don't know what to make of it either, because last week we were singing my boy the praise, Ange praise.
Yeah.
And
after he took off Son last week, I was ready to beat him and he said, yo, hold my beer.
Right. But then he plays Son for the whole 90 minutes today.
Maybe should have subbed him.
Should have subbed him. So it is one of those things where I don't know what the hell Tottenham is. I really don't know. And we'll see. But hats off to Ipswich for getting a win. Hats off to Ipswich. On their way out of Premier League, they can always look back at this victory and say, you know what? We had a good little run. And I big up my boy too, Omari Hutchinson.
Yes, big up to Omari.
Omari get a ball of the week this week, Benton.
Yeah, decent player. Decent player.
I have to give a ball of the week.
Decent player. I have to give him a ball of the week. Brentford 3-2 over Bournemouth. Fulham 2-0 over Crystal Palace. Everton and West Ham 0-0. Wolves.
What a boring game though. Jesus, PM. Everton and West Ham. Good Lord Almighty. What we can let there go? Let's stay, man.
Well, hopefully he didn't haggle himself too much as he get ready for the Reggae Boys game.
No, he never haggled himself. No, never haggled himself at all.
Wolves 2-0 over Southampton as the one-game winning streak come to an end. Brighton, ball of the week to Brighton. Everyone at Brighton, big up yourself, ball of the week. Danny Welbeck, Joao Pedro, ball of the week. And Fabian Hurster, the coach at Brighton, ball of the week. Did you see that thing with Veltman and Erling Haaland? Erling Haaland grab up the man's shirt and I drag him on the ground. like it's somebody pitting the brethren. What y'all do? A ball of the week to Liverpool. Of course, outstanding display again. Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez, Liverpool 2-0 over Aston Villa.
BM says, luckily for Leon Bailey, Núñez scored. He would have gotten a red card. Yeah, I think he should have still gotten a red card even though the ref played on. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
he also said Tottenham is a joke side.
Leon Bailey had one job. All the dumpling him I eat him couldn't chop down your brother. One job. Take the red card and come off and field. But
he didn't even need to cut him down, do him faster. just run and cut him off. But whatever.
No wonder some Aston Villa fans are on fire.
Yeah. BM says Omar is still not EPL quality. That's harsh. BM says West Ham fans on Instagram saying Jamaica seems desperate for picking Antonio. I agree. We'll soon talk about the Jamaica team. And also talk about desperation for picking before we leave English Premier League. Pep also said that it is quite not what was his word? Not alarming. It's not surprising, but he wants to say something towards that effect. That Jack Grealish got.
Oh yes, he was a bit surprised that Lee Carsley, interim manager of England, selected Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish not playing that ball, but at least Mikel Antonio is playing ball. No and again.
Yeah.
Liverpool at the summit at the international break on 28 points. Four victories and a draw in their last 5 games. And just like water is wet, Southampton is at the bottom of the table, family. Nothing. Yo, I think Southampton started the season at the bottom of the table. Is this a record? 11
yet,
weeks at the bottom of the table?
But they will be there soon. They will get a record soon. Don't worry.
Is this a record? We need to know what's the longest a team has stayed at the bottom of the EPL table. You started the season at the bottom and you remain at the bottom for the entire season. What a side love bottom?
Hey, yo.
So Southampton definitely doesn't seem ready for EPL action. All right, continue our football roundup, family. Want to get your thoughts on the week that was in Champions League football. Liverpool sitting on the top after 4 games, 4 of 6 games. Junior, you liking this new Champions League format?
I'll answer that when the Champions League finish. I think people are too quick to praise and criticize because
it's too early to make an assessment.
Too early. It's still midweek games. No, I say what name? Robbie from Arsenal's fan channel.
Yeah.
That he's pissed off because he preferred the home and away format, even in the group stage.
Okay.
So he's saying, yo, why we can't welcome back Milan? Why we can't welcome back Milan to Emirates so we can play them and show them how we play ball at Emirates? I mean that's a fair assessment because every league plays home and away. In every league. There's no football league anywhere I can think of that only play one game against one. It's always a home and away format. So that is peculiar. But apart from that, we'll get some good games. Let's enjoy it.
Yeah, I think your point about maybe give it a chance. I think I will kind of maybe steal that point. Let's give the new format a chance because it's a lot of football games to keep track of, though, and a given match day sometimes I feel overwhelmed just trying to find a good game sometime for watch. So I think this week's impressive victory was Milan's 3-1 victory over Real Madrid at the Bernabeu.
More impressive than Sporting versus City?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because, Sporting versus City did it at Sporting, right?
Yeah.
Whereas,
yes.
Whereas AC Milan, with Christian Pulisic, went into the Bernabeu and dismissed the defending Champions League team that have their high-value transfer trying to find himself. I thought AC Milan was absolutely impressive in this football game. Could have probably scored some more goals. And This is just how bad probably Real Madrid is trying to find their way. I know they defeated Osasuna this weekend in La Liga. I know, what's his name? Jude Bellingham said he needs to be less nice or something to that effect after the Osasuna game. But kudos to Milan in this victory. Whatever is going on with Real Madrid, they will have to. Carlo Ancelotti is gonna figure it out. Can he figure it out?
Yes, he can. I think he can. The problem though is injuries. injuries, because that Militao injury right now, they are another team that need to come into the in the transfer market in the winter as well. They need transfers in. So, but and also remember, Lenny Euro was supposed to be at Real Madrid. Lenny Euro wanted Real Madrid, but Real Madrid did not want to pay what it was 30 or 40 million for Lenny Euro. That's how he ended up at Manchester United.
Did Euro did he play this weekend
Yes.
from
No, but he's back. He's back.
Oh, okay, he's back in training.
Yeah. So BM says that I don't like the new format. It waters down the Champions League. He's also asking, is Hendrick injured? He's also saying it's amazing Jamaican fans hype these English players who aren't respected. But is Hendrick injured? Physically, no.
No, he did play in this Osasuna game this weekend. I saw him. He got a run in the Osasuna game. I mean, Hendrick just have to wait his time. Him and Arda Goyo just have to wait their turn. I mean,
I think his time is now.
Yeah,
somebody has to be sacrificed. Somebody will have to be sacrificed.
I would love to hear the thoughts about Joselu. Look how big Joselu was for Real Madrid last year in running to the Champions League trophy. And the man them just dash him away. And now look at they have a player who cannot find himself playing the 9.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just feel sorry for them, yeah, man. But Liverpool is at the summit after match day 4. And Junior, I mean, there's so many teams, 36 teams. It's hard to keep up with this thing.
And you see, Champions League is turning into Champions League to me is turning into some form of a world league. And I think it's just a matter of time. We know they're going to let the Saudi teams in. It's a matter of time before you hear CONMEBOL teams are coming in. It's just a matter. It just feels that way to me. It feels worldish to me. Feels worldish.
Worldish. Football at the international break. Junior, let's step over to the MLS playoff and just take a moment and salute the big bad 5 Stripes, Atlanta United. We ready for y'all. Up, Atlanta United defeated Inter Miami 3-2, eliminated the team, the high-value all-retiree home team. 2-1 from the best game of the best of 3 series. Ball of the week to Brad Guzan. Big up yourself. One time they call you Bug, but big up yourself. You made some outstanding saves. And most importantly, ball of the week to everybody at Atlanta United. Throughout this season, Inter Miami played Atlanta, 3 times? Or how many times? I can't remember. 3 or 4 times. And Messi played 90 minutes in 3 of those games. And every time, Atlanta United fixed them up. So, Atlanta United beating stick this. Junior, I'm done. I'm on cloud 9. Come from behind at that. Goals, Matias Rojas scored in the 17th minute. And then Jamal Terreris in the 19th and 21st. Lionel Messi, scored in the 65th minute. And Suarez won bottom power goalkeeper. And Bartos Slishish scored in the 76th minute to fix up a side and run them home. Go home, Inter Miami.
And that's what BM says, forgot to give Bug of the Week to Messi and Inter Miami. What a team, worthless. People, I'm telling you something. You see, age is the ultimate equalizer. I don't care how good of a player you think you are. If you're all, you're all. And if a team is young enough and stupid enough to think that they can beat an old man, they will win. They will win. And this proves it, because you're not ordained to walk in and win everything in the MLS. We know that's how they lined it up. But look, Messi, go back. Now we hear Neymar buying a house in Miami.
Yeah.
And Neymar injured again. Rumor has it that they're going to cancel his contract. Neymar just might end up in Miami next year. So we'll see.
Junior, but there was a lot of Inter Miami fans, maybe rightfully so, have a gripe. The third goal was scored while an Inter Miami player was on the ground in the box. They felt, Tata Martino felt that the ball should have been kicked out. Of course, there is this famous clip of Messi chipping the ball over a guy on the ground. There is that clip in a different game. So it's a bit strange that Tata Martino says, quote, a similar play occurred in Atlanta game 2 when Redondo cut off a play. I think Fortune was on the ground. Luis Suarez played it out. That's what we would have done, end quote. So, of course, Atlanta United went ahead and scored the winning goal on that play as the player was down. Junior, do you have any sort of sympathy for Inter Miami here and their coaching staff? Because I don't have any.
You know what's the beauty about the MLS? The beauty about the MLS, the one good thing the MLS has that other football leagues don't have. They have this NBA type playoff format in the first rounds, right? Best out of 3 games. If you cannot beat a team 2 out of 3 times, there is nothing that happened within a 90-minute period that will let me sit down and feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. No. You had 3 games to win 2, and you couldn't win 2, and you had home field advantage. Man, shut up, man.
Jordi Alba, quote, Inter Miami, Jordi Alba says, quote, we were the most consistent team. We broke the points record. We had a good season, but what we wanted was to win these playoffs. I think this format is a bit unfair. It's been done for many years, but I think it should be the champion of one conference against the champion of the other to make it as fair as possible, end quote. Junior, Jordi Alba said the format unfair, brother.
All right. So this is America, right? And it is what it is. We have a president now that believes in making deals. And if the money is right, we make the deal, right? So, Jordi Alba, you, Messi, Suarez, Neymar, would throw a partner together and put up some money, and maybe you can pay MLS to change the format. If you can't do that, shut the hell up and play in the league or go elsewhere. It's that simple. We don't need you. MLS is fine without Inter Miami.
Well, we don't have MLS with fine because all those players who were twerking for Messi's jersey, what they going to do now? every game, Messi a player. Yo, me get a jersey, dog. Come on for the field. Atlanta United. Kick out them teeth. Come on for the field. I mean, and this is not to try to take away from Messi's legacy. There's nothing that happened in this game, in this playoff, in this MLS that is gonna tarnish Messi's legacy in my eyes. Messi is legendary, all right? But the absolute disgusting part about this entire transfer and this entire season of Messi in the MLS is that time after time, teams after teams, players after players, always begging for jersey when they forgot their fundamental responsibility to compete and play ball for the team. Come on, I feel. Come on, I feel. And then come on social media and post with jersey. After them get beaten. Tired of them, man. So kudos to Atlanta United. And then there are so many shenanigans like New England Revolutions jack up the ticket price because Messi had come play, and then Messi injured and he wasn't able to play. So then they have to give free beers. I'm like, what the box cover is? So the man them pay them money to go watch Messi. I know Messi now show up and now give her free drinks. Come on for the.
Yeah. And is that even Heineken? They give them Bud Light.
Yeah, Budweiser and Miller Light and them foolishness there. Man, they can't even get a Guinness. Come on, I feel. Tired of them. So Atlanta United, I guess the rest of the ownership them probably hate Atlanta United. No, to be fair, Atlanta United might get kicked out next week, so this won't last long. But the ability to eliminate Inter Miami, Atlanta United will play Orlando in the conference final. New York Red Bulls will take on New York City, Eastern Conference side of things. LAFC will play Seattle Sounders out west, and LA Galaxy will play Minnesota out west, family.
Jeremy Levy is a Coors Light. Even worse, that a baking soda water.
Not even one does the key man them can get out.
Those Ekis. Yo, speaking of that, when we get to BM coming with the BM said Neymar can't escape the shadows of Messi. Jeremy said Messi and Inter Miami need to hold that and go. He also agree with us. BM says Alba be quiet and go back to Spain. And here's the comment of the day. America isn't fair. We currently have a president who is a felon. If you don't like MLS, go play elsewhere. Those are the views of BM and that bad chat. And that I Am Jamaica. Big up to I Am Jamaica family.
Yeah, by the way, welcome. For listeners who are just joining us late, we want to definitely give a shout out to our current partner, our new partner here at Ball Chat, I Am Jamaica. Check out I Am Jamaica on Facebook. I Am Jamaica is a mission that is focused on a united front. Ball Chat partner, new partner in collaboration and this venture. So welcome to the I Am Jamaica community, part of the Ball Chat family. And check out I Am Jamaica over on Facebook. Football family, we're going to segue to Yard Ballers report, because that's the thing there now. And we can't go on it much longer. But just to reiterate, best weekend. Vice gone after the victory against Inter Miami. All right, Reggae Boys squad announced for CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinals game against Team USA. We'll take a look. We don't really care about Team USA side, but so Reggae Boys squad junior announced by coach Steve McLaren. Actually, Steve McLaren demands that his team is ruthless and relentless in this game. Reggae Boys will take on Team USA this Thursday. Andre Blake, Jamali Waite, Shaquille Davis are the goalkeepers. Defenders Dexter Lambegesa, Tevon Gray, Damian Lowe. Big up your state. Big up yourself here at state. Mason Holgate. Yeah, no bother with the foolishness again, I can't merit-based performances. Mason Holgate, Ethan Pinnock, Richard King, Deshaun Bernard, Amari Bell, Greg Lehi rounds out the defenders. Midfielders, Joel Latibadir, Isaac Hayden, the new man, Corey Anderson, Casey Palmer, Tariq Bala McGee. Round out the midfielders. Forwards are Leon Chippy Bailey makes his return. Kaheem Dixon, Shamar Boza Nicholson, Romario Williams, Damari Greer, Ronaldo Cephas, and Mikel working hard Antonio rounds out the start of the squad, Junior. Talk to me.
What do you want to talk about?
Your assessment of the squad, family.
I don't have a problem with the squad. I think it's a good squad. If you go back to that picture after with the squad on it, you see that patch of grass the squad book is on. I wish that was the field that we were going to play on Thursday. I think that is more to the detriment of Jamaica than anything.
I don't know if that's real grass though. Maybe that's hybrid.
And it's still better than what we have at the National Stadium. I really think the quality of the field is what is hampering Jamaica from going forward in this game on Thursday. And it's going to become a game of who can play scrappier, better. Who is more prepared to be scrappy. And because this is Pochettino's second round of games with America, I think Jamaica has a chance of coming away from this game, because the all-time American football is always one where when Jamaica is bigger, stronger, faster. But for some reason, we cannot win a 90-minute game against them. They always find a way to get that 91st, 92nd minute, either equalizer or that back-breaking goal, right? I think if the conditions are perfect, Jamaica will play America off the field. This team will play America off the field. And that's why I am more looking forward to the second leg than the first leg. I think we're going to play a better second leg because it's going to be in America than the first
leg. Your thoughts on inclusion of the new man, Isaac Hayden Jr. Isaac Hayden, does he walk straight into the starting 11?
Well, we see Casey Palmer, I will cuss him off. We say Dexter Lambagisa, I will cuss him off. I mean, no, not Lambagisa, Lati Bodier, I will cuss him off. So why not? Why not see what Isaac Hayden can do? And my only worry though is when we saw the Mason Holgate project, and what Mason Holgate looked like in his game at Jamaica, he was not comfortable at all. He all he wanted to do is kick the ball long. He looked nervous with the way they want to play out. So, and say Jeremy and say Junior, you're crazy. The man them can't put two passes together. Possible? We'll see. But I'm nervously optimistic about Isaac Hayden. Cause have Isaac Hayden does anything at Newcastle, we can look back and say, we're getting this, and this is what we're looking forward. This is what we want at Jamaica. Is there anything that we can point to from Isaac Hayden? No, I don't know. You tell me, Benton. I don't know. I don't know what we're getting from Isaac Hayden. Anybody will say them know what we're getting from Isaac Hayden? Either your last name is Hayden, or your maiden name is Hayden, or you're a damn liar. One of the three.
Isaac Hayden was part of the Arsenal setup back in the day. Of course, spent a lot of time at Newcastle. Also did a stint with QPR. Junior, here the way I look at this Isaac Hayden situation, and I know he's getting a lot of the discussion is centered on him since he's a new man. My curiosity is this: you have a big game, which is a quarter-final game, because a trophy, me I say, I want to win a trophy. We're tired of foolishness. We're tired of the competing every tournament and still now win a trophy. I mean, when, if not now, when? That is my thing, right? Now, if with this magnitude of a game, it's 2 legs. You play in the first leg at home. You have a baller you're bringing into the group right now, and you're rolling out into the group for this big game. Granted, people can say that, yes, he has played maybe bigger games, but no game that he has played is equated to the similar condition and the similar environment. So first we have to assess if he does play, assess how quickly he adjusts or adapts to the environment. And you mentioned the field. Why take this risk? Are you just that desperate?
If and we're talking in hypothetical now, because we have no clue. Because he very well might not play Thursday. Or he might come on in an emergency
Jeremy
situation.
leave you say if you're a baller, you're a baller. that
and
is
Jeremy
true.
is right.
That is true. If you're a baller,
that is
you're
true.
a baller.
Because the reggae girls, their best player, the best baller is Bunny Shaw. Hands down, right? No questions asked. That's Jamaica's best player.
No. I will debate you on that one.
Remember land.
Okay.
the best female footballer Jamaica has in a Jamaican jersey is Drew Spence.
Yes.
And Jamaica, the Reggae Boys is trying to find their male version of Drew Spence right now.
Fair enough.
Now, can Isaac Hayden forward and bring that quality? That's where Jermaine come in. If he's a baller, he's a baller.
Fair enough.
If you're a baller, I would tell us, look, brother, we needed to play as a link man. Just go and play in the center midfield and control the game, right? Then I don't care what field you're playing on. I don't care who your teammates are. Once the ball reach your foot, we expect quality, right? Can he give us that quality? And that's a question that needs to be answered.
Now, BM brings up a valid point. Sorry, Junior. BM says, quote, Isaac Hayden can't make the reserve team at Newcastle. This is a joke.
And that's very well true. Very well true. But then the question now then becomes, because we know we need a midfielder. We know we need a younger version of the Natty. What name again? Oh, no, man, no, yeah, we need a Jermaine you. But my boy would just get him out of the squad.
Ravel?
Natty, man. Huh?
Ravel?
No, man, Peanut Dread, man. The Natty with the one goal teeth to them mouth. I name, man. The name soon fall back to me. But if he was here and if he was 3-4 years younger, he'd be perfect. He would be perfect. Daniel Johnson.
Daniel Johnson.
Daniel Johnson.
Thank you, Pierre. May I forget about him?
But he's the perfect midfielder right now for this team. Imagine having a Daniel Johnson and a Tyreek McGee right now. And you have Leon Bailey and you have Demari Gray, who is a shell of himself right now. And I don't care who you have up front. Imagine having Daniel Johnson and Tyreek McGee. Think about where...
Jamie Levy said, the Natty that give away the ball in midfield, him rubbish.
No, Jeremy, I'm on this Jeremy that time. Daniel Johnson a baller, Jeremy.
Yeah, but you call him on mid Peanut Dread still, which doesn't say a resounding endorsement.
Daniel Johnson is a baller.
He was a baller, and like you mentioned earlier, age catches up to you. Just like Jeremy and Levy said, he was giving away the ball in the midfield at the death. Steve McLaren seemed to really kind of trying to kind of light a fire on their players with this ruthless sort of mission, and knowing that ruthless sort of comments, knowing that the 2 games so far at home in his tenure, under his tenure, ended in what? Goalless draw, right?
Yeah.
And so the man them not scoring a goal at them yard. Let's put it pointedly. And in this sort of encounter, you need to score a yard.
Yeah.
You need something. You need to win this football game, and you need to score. You can't win without scoring. How do you rectify this problem now, Junior? Putting on your Steve McLaren, ex-Manchester United coaching hat.
I pick up the phone and I look into my address book and I call De Zerbi and I say, De Zerbi, I need you to do me a favor. I'm calling the Marseille area code and I needed to do me a favor. Get me the gunman. Bring me the gunman. That's what Jamaica need. I mean, we can't throw as much players. We can't throw as much. Bobby Reed injured, so now Tyreek McGee definitely going to play in the 10, right? And we can't say, oh, you know, Shamar Nichols who doesn't even finish his chances. Are we going to say Mikel Antonio doesn't even stay up front and play the 9? Listen, me, man. Look, if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, quack like a duck, it is a duck. Bring me the gunman. Bring in the gunman, Benton. That's how we win.
Does the gunman, a.k.a. Mason Greenwood, wants to come, Junior?
Obviously, he doesn't want to forward.
So then what are you running people for?
I won't run him down. It's 2024, and these are the views of Junior and that Benton or Ball Chat. I will go back road and take some picture and forward to him and say, brother, we call this back road forward.
Oh, my goodness. So you're that desperate you're looking for blackmail the man.
Hell yeah. Hell
Junior,
yeah.
all right. Those are your views, and we know so that not gonna work with the squad you currently have. How you gonna fix the scoring problem? The scoring issue heading into
Create chances. We have to create chances, and that's where I think coach is saying we have to be ruthless. We have to be look, Jamaica in this game, apart from Demari Gray, is going to be bigger, stronger, faster. It's time we start using that to the best of our ability. I think at times we try to play a way that we don't fit our talent that we have. And I truly think that's what McLaren is hinting towards. Go out there and dominate, physically dominate them. And you pray to God to get a referee that is not friendly to the Americans. Because that is also a factor as well. But go out there and exert your dominance. You're bigger, stronger, faster. Use it to your best ability, man.
CONCACAF quarterfinal, CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinals matches this Thursday and Friday. Jamaica versus USA, first leg 8 p.m. ball shot, wall-to-wall coverage. We'll do a watch along, kicking off at about 7:50, 7:30 there about. Costa Rica versus Panama at 9 p.m. also on Thursday. On Friday, Suriname will take on Canada at 6:30 p.m. Honduras will take on Mexico on Friday at 9 p.m. And the return leg, game 2, USA versus Jamaica, Monday the 18th at 8 p.m. Costa Rica versus Panama on Monday also at 9 p.m. And Canada, Suriname, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Honduras, 9:30 p.m. Junior, the fans' role here, the Jamaican fans, what's their role? What's their responsibility here for this game on Thursday, family?
I don't think they will be able to intimidate America if that's where we're trying to go with this conversation. I don't think the fans have a connection with the players where they will lift them up even higher. To be honest, I don't think they really have a direct impact on the game. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but it's just in terms of building a vibe. It would be nice to see the fans them roll out, and it would be nice for the players to give the fans them something to be happy for, and just build that calm, that build that vibe, build that energy going in and moving forward. Because I see it a little bit different than you. I know you are saying that is win now, want a trophy now. For me, it's World Cup. For me, this game is going to show us truly how close we are to being a World Cup team. And that's what I'm looking for over the next 2 legs. Jeremy said we need a youth like the big Trinidadian that was in EPL. He's talking about Kenwin Jones. I agree. We need a Kenwin Jones. BM says Demari Gray's selection is a mystery. He hasn't played football in weeks. Yeah, but he's the most recognizable player, though, BM. So even if he's not playing good, he is going to give trouble. Jeremy said Junior, if the stadium sell out, it can work. We'll see. DM says Demari Gray's last game was in September. Steve McLaren is Hamgrenson 2.0. What a coach, clueless. And Jeremy says we just need to start win games. I agree.
Regarding Mason Greenwood Jr., you mentioned him earlier. Steve McLaren did answer questions regarding Mason Greenwood. McLaren confirms that Mason Greenwood's interest in joining the Reggae Boys. He said, quote, I've heard a lot of publicity about and always around Mason Greenwood. I am constantly in touch with Mason. The message is always the same, when the time is right, end quote. Junior.
All right. So when the time right. Nothing wrong with that. Listen, man. You have to Shensia about Shensia skin. We'll think about it later. Me tell you what I think about later.
Those are the views that, McLaren went on to say, quote, you have got to think he has a traumatic time the last 2 years in his contract, and he's been on loan. He's been here, he's been there, the publicity, and I think he just wants to settle in at Marseille and enjoy his football, which he's doing. He wants to join the Reggae Boys. I know that. Every time I speak to him, I have no reason to doubt that, and the process goes on. After Greenwood missed an early opportunity to join the Jamaican team, McLaren says, quote, I didn't expect it to be, once you miss the first camp, any of these camps, but I'm hoping by March time we will have made progress on everything. As I said, our whole project and process is about the World Cup qualification, and that's still, I know, on the horizon, but it's still something that we're thinking about now and planning for the long term. So Mason, we'll keep an eye on and keep you posted on that. End quote. Big up yourself, Paul Reed, Observer. There you have it, Junior. All right, all the people that were asked about Mason Greenwood there, and you get the information from the horse's mouth. The man say him in constant contact, and we don't believe in a rundown, man. We don't know it.
When him forward.
When him forward.
PM says, when the time is right, translation, I'll keep playing well in League One, and if England doesn't want me, I may consider Jamaica. It is what it is.
Yes, I think I agree with BM on that one.
Jermaine says, we want gunman. Come and score a bag of goals at the office so we can run with Bailey.
And then regarding Anna McLaren's guidance regarding the game and this desire, this demand for his team to be ruthless. Under McLaren's guidance, the Reggae Boys failed to score in their last 2 home games against Cuba and Honduras. Their last home victory came in June when they defeated Dominican Republic 1-0, which was Coach Hal Grimson's final game in charge. McLaren says, quote, it is always a concern for us because we have not won at home since June. That is a concern, and we are looking at reasons behind that and how we can play a little differently to make sure that we are more of a threat. But in that saying, the first game against Cuba, don't get me wrong, Cuba was a very difficult opponent to break down. We created 27 chances, many of which were good chances, so I wasn't too concerned, end quote. I think against Honduras, he followed up, he says, I think the Honduras game was very strange in the fact that neither team wanted to win the game, nor did they want it to lose, because a draw satisfied both teams once we knew the results in the other games. I was very disappointed after the game, he said. Junior, I mean, it coming like therapy session. I mean, McLaren was saying a lot at this week's presser, but I mean, hey, you can't fault him for not saying what's in front of him, I guess. I mean, at the bottom line, at the end of the day, it's all about the result. Of course, usual questions came up regarding Bailey. And McLaren says, quote, he was so unlucky to miss the first 2 camps due to injuries, and he really struggled with some niggles that have been hampering him. But now he has 2 or 3 weeks where he has gotten his fitness back after missing the last camp, and he's playing 90 minutes regularly now. I've spoken to him and I said, finally, we're going to see Leon Bailey. He's absolutely delighted and we can't wait to come over and be part of the squad. And he is keen to do that, end quote.
Is one thing I can tell you about Steve McLaren, and I hope this is really who he is, and I hope he doesn't change. In chat enough. Steve McLaren chat a lot, and I hope he stays like this during his tenure. I really do, But that doesn't say that. The man said more in this setting than all of Helmgrensen's interviews put together. All of Tapper's interviews put together. We have gotten so much more out of this. He even said something that CONCACAF could have even come down heavy on him with. when him talk about Honduras and Jamaica play like them never want to win the game, and he was disappointed. That's match fixing, brother. I mean, it chat off. So that's good for us. And hopefully it stay like that for the rest of the time. DM says next World Cup Greenwood is 24. World Cup after he's 28. He won't give his prime years to Jamaica if he's going to play. We'll see. Jeremy says Greenwood need to understand he's toxic for England now. He would be a legend if him come and bring Jamaica to the World Cup.
Legend? Yeah, we're not friend. Legend.
No, Benton.
Legend.
See what Jeremy and I do, man. Yeah, Jeremy, they're right. He would be a legend.
Legend.
Legend. And how much national hero Jamaica have? 7? We get an 8 national hero. Mason Greenwood. A legendary Mason. A 7 hero? Yeah, 7 hero. Legend.
Credit to Robert Bailey of the Jamaican Observer for giving us comments. Check out Robert Bailey's work in the Observer. Big up yourself, Robert. Big up yourself. Why? But Robert, you couldn't get a better baller in the image. Casey Palmer. That's the only concern we have. But big up to Robert Bailey and Paul Reed for the coverage. Reggae Boys versus Team USA. Thursday, 8 p.m. CONCACAF first leg action. Junior, I know we've heavily focused on Jamaican side of things. This is Yardball Report, but the man them always say, the elders always say, know your enemy more than you know your friend. You're going up against Team USA. What do you have to say about this unit and Pochettino Jr.?
We have no idea. We have no clue what America is going to look like. We have no idea what. This is Pochettino's first away game. And
maybe you should send him go a back road.
Why?
Drop him off drop off the whole squad a back road.
Hey, tell the driver send him back here on a field trip.
But sorry, family. Continue, Junior.
No, you're right. I mean, we don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what to expect from America because you can't look at them last game. And you cannot look at Pochettino's tenure at Tottenham or PSG and say, we could play a radio and say, well, Pochettino plays like this and he doesn't back this. We have no idea how they're going to be deployed, right? And I think that's the beauty. And that's advantage McLaren. I really think that's advantage Steve McLaren. Because I think, pound for pound, man for man, Jamaica has a better roster. Jamaica is going to field a better 11 than America, in my opinion. Just go out there and play. No game planning, just go out there and play ball.
Wait, you say no game planning, just go out there and play ball? No game planning.
Just go out there and play ball, brother. You're a bigger team. Go play ball. Let's go play ball, man.
Big game, CONCACAF quarterfinal and Nations League quarterfinal matchup. Reggae Boys versus Team USA. Wall-to-wall coverage from Ball Chat. Watch along on Thursday. All right, let's continue our Yard Ballers report before we go my yard. Junior, I want to salute the family. Corey Bennett scored the winner for in USL Championship as Las Vegas Light advance to the Western Conference Final. They will take on the winner of Colorado Springback and Tariq McGee versus Orange County. Hopefully McGee can stitch up Orange County and face Corey Bennett in the final, Western Conference Final, USL Championship Final. The one notable thing about Corey Bennett Jr., the coach highlighted something. Dennis Sanchez, coach of the Las Vegas Lights, said something that, quote, it's the mark of a striker. You didn't have a lot of clear chances tonight, but you one moment in transition, he recognizes the space and then takes his opportunity. I'm so proud of him, end quote. And that statement is that the game was pretty much very limited in terms of opportunities for Corey Bennett. And Corey Bennett picked up that one chance and was calm in front of goal. Junior, Ball after week to Corey, man.
Definitely ball of the week to Corey. And I think Corey Bennett is one of those players that I would hope will get a chance in the national setup. But I do understand that I'll have to say it, he might have to go to a bigger team. But the youth can only play where he is right now and he's doing well. And I really hope he gets an opportunity to go further.
Terry McGee and Colorado Springs switchbacks are 1-1 game in the 10th minute. Colorado switchback just tied up the game, so we'll keep an eye on that football game, and hopefully McGee and company can advance to the Western Conference final. We also want to give a shout out ball of the week to Bunny Shaw players. People mentioned Bunny Shaw earlier, but we want to know that we want to recognize her work. Bunny Shaw was outstanding for Man City, scored a hat-trick. But Bunny Shaw she knows to score goals. I mean, it's just simple put. I mean, Bunny Shaw is a goal scorer, and you give her an opportunity, Bunny Shaw will score goals. I score.
And I'm gonna say it from now, she's my ball of the year. She's my baller 2024. Definitely for the calendar year, she just can't stop scoring. Can't stop doing well. And big up Bunny Shaw.
And just as I want to celebrate Bunny Shaw, we also want to big up Jamaica's #1 goalkeeper who was on the receiving end of the Bunny Shaw hat-trick, Rebecca Spencer of Tottenham. Big up yourself, Becca. So you go. Sometimes you get stitched up. But Bunny Shaw, definitely outstanding performance from the big striker. Jody Brown also scored again this week for Benfica in the Portuguese football family.
Yeah, and finding our scoring touch and finding a footing there at Benfica. Just keep it going. Jamaica will get better just because these players are playing in these leagues and playing significant minutes compared to the men's team.
Yeah, we want to highlight, always wall-to-wall coverage of women's football, Jamaican women's football, Yard the Ball. Big up Yard the Ball on X, at Yard the Ball on X, wall-to-wall coverage. Yard the Ball, bigging up to Mimi Van Zanten, Cameron Simmons, and Solai Washington. 3 reggae girls at Florida State who have played some serious football. But then again, the NC2A don't really have much competition for them, so they might fix up everybody. So, big up yourself, Kiki, or Mimi Van Zanten, Solai Washington, Cameron Simmons, and Yardy Ball on X. Wall-to-wall coverage of Jamaican women's football. And, of course, the Reggae Girls and the Florida State Seminoles were the ACC champion. Yeah, the team ain't tired for win, brother. Now, you're alma mater, that.
You can never be tired of winning, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, Junior. Let's not get the get third movement come off of it. But check out Yardy Ball on X and Coach Lauren Donaldson and Chicago Red Stars. Chicago Red Stars, coached by former head coach Lauren Donaldson, have fallen 4-1 to Orlando Pride and was eliminated from NWSL. Yo, if we link Lauren, maybe we can drink a beer and we'll reason about the victory, the defeat, yeah, because something not right. A Lauren team not supposed to get 4-1. Something not right. So we have got all a reason about that. But they're officially eliminated from NWSL playoff. A good season overall, Junior.
Yeah, very good season.
Jamaican football news, Jamaican Premier League score update. Humble Lions defeated Portmore defeated Humble Lions 1-0. Mount Pleasant fix up Harborview Stars of the East. Well, the Star of the East kind of dim. Mount Pleasant, fix up Harborview 3-1. Racing defeated Chapeltown 1-0. Currently Cavalier leading Veer 2-0 and Mobile United 1-1 over Dumbo Holding. Standing in the Jamaican Premier League before we go on yard, Portmore leading on top of the table. Yo, from the bleacher come out of prison, Portmore seems to have turned the corner and looking very promising in Jamaican Premier League.
We got Rudolph Asted.
Mullines and Tivoli down a corner. Junior, that you know, I know some people want to mention Clarendon College get eliminated, but I mean, that's how you go. Clarendon College days, I mean, it had to come to an end. It had to come to an end. So,
Like
big up to Teacher Hyde and the entire Clarendon College family. I think, though, in the Costa Cup, it's probably, maybe Glenmuir is probably, the 0-in favorite to win this thing.
And I'm Mona in a town.
And Mona is the favorite to win the thing even though they did look lackluster in their recent game, but so you go. Yeah.
And I know the show don't know about yard, but we haven't heard anything about my boy there. Reggae Girls head coach.
No, nothing else. There's no further development on the Reggae Girls head coach front. Nothing new. But I guess things take time, right, Junior?
No, it's eerily quiet. Let me just put it that way. Eerily quiet. But we'll see. We have our ears on the ground, people, and we are here. We're going to hear everything. So don't worry.
Also, one before we exit, before we leave for the day. Schoolboyfootball.com. This is a source for wall-to-wall coverage of Jamaican schoolboy football. I don't know the host of the site. I think I don't exactly know the host of the site, but whosoever is managing the site is doing an excellent job of keeping Jamaican football family in the diaspora abreast of schoolboy football scoreboard and upcoming games, both the Costa Cup and Manning Cup games. So, wall-to-wall coverage of schoolboy football, Jamaican schoolboy football, schoolboyfootball.com. Why is that the champion look like them serious in a Manning Cup? Something not right. Something not right, Junior.
Scholarship.
Something not right.
Scholarship program.
Something. All right, but we're going to run through the last comments before we take ourselves.
BM says that Bailey can't wait to play for Jamaica now that he's having a poor season at Villa. If he was playing well, he would be running his mouth about how JFF is unprofessional and he doesn't want to play. By the way, Speedy with the assist for Colorado, I would take him back over some of our current midfielders. And John Noah, it's rough on Lorne. Bring Lorne on the show. Need to hear from him. I like his brutal honesty. But when Lord was on the show, I did an interview with Lord. He was very subdued. Maybe free up now. We don't know.
Very measured in some of the responses.
It was very measured on the record, but off the record it was different. So,
yo, and I think I agree with BM on the speedy position. Speedy could be an attribute in this football team. There's no way all Latibodiers, slow Latibodiers supposed to play over Jamaica in a Jamaica midfield over Speedy.
yeah.
No way. And to remind all Atlanta United fans again, 5 Stripe family, 5 Stripe, we ready. On to the next round of the MLS playoff. Big up in the cell to the 5 Stripe, Brad Guzan and the entire Atlanta United family. Yo, and to our new partners at I Am Jamaica, big up yourself. Welcome to the Ball Chat family. Always proud of the work going on over at I Am Jamaica. You can connect with I Am Jamaica on Facebook. Check out the content over there for working for a united Jamaica. Follow and keep abreast of what's going on I Am Jamaica. Don't know, we're proud of the island. and ones and ones. Ball Chat, you can connect with us on Facebook on Ball Chat. We're on X at Ball Chat 1. We're on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast, on Twitter at Ball Chat _podcast. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Yo, watch along this Thursday, Junior. Get a buckle of a white ready for Thursday. Yes, I know no regular show on Sunday. Yeah, so get a buckle of whites ready for Thursday as the reggae boys get ready to take on USA. Look more family. Bless